We talking about sports, get ball.
What it do, baby? Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to the number one podcast in your headphones.
Hey, this is still not your podcast, babe.
Why? I can't put my own
Not
twist
yet.
on it? Man.
Not yet.
All right.
Welcome back, you number one podcast listeners, to the number one podcast in your headphones. You know by now, she's a hit, so we have to bring her back. All she does is make chart toppers, so I'm joined by my amazing wife, just recently celebrated her birthday, Stephanie Bott. Welcome, babe.
I think everyone's just really bored. I don't know how in the world.
I think they like that
Enjoyable.
you get to dish it out to me, whereas I just get to usually be the loud one, and you have some kind of calming presence. So I think they like that dynamic. I don't know. Maybe people just like you.
Oh,
That's probably more likely.
stop.
By now, we know the drill. Yeah, Famernaz up first.
Okay.
And there isn't much to update at this point in the sports world other than that the NFL draft is coming. It is still happening. They're setting up to do a virtual one over, I think, Microsoft Teams and Zoom and all the technology that we use. That's what they're going to use to do this draft. Roger Goodell is going to be announcing picks from his own house in New York, so that's how they're going to do things.
Interesting. So there is no. What was it? What do they call it? Green room or
No green room. There's like a lot of players that are gonna be, quote, at the draft, but virtually. So I don't know how that's gonna work, if they're gonna get a whole bunch of options and jerseys, or maybe they get sent all of them and they can hold them up, or maybe they just get the hats. I don't know how they're doing that part, but from my knowledge, I think they're doing like a test mock draft, which, man, that would be a dream to be part of. But they're doing a test mock draft just to make sure all the technology. I'm nervous for the old GMs and owners who have to figure this out, but
and from their own homes.
yep. But they're still, I think, ESPN and the NFL Network are combining forces, so they're still gonna televise it and everything. So
Are you just as excited this year as normal?
it's a little different because I usually watch with people, and I think I'm still gonna set up a way to watch with friends virtually, but I don't think it's gonna be the same. It's still nice though to hopefully be able to watch the draft, and everybody thinks they have a chance. Like, even when the Browns suck, this is their time, their fans' time, so they get to enjoy that.
Yeah.
But I'm a yeah fam to that. Are you a yeah fam to me still watching?
Oh, of course. I equate this to like my Oscars. You look forward to the NFL draft and are always so excited to watch it. So at least I won't be woken up at 1 a.m. to you screaming when Ezekiel Elliott got drafted.
That was not 1 a.m. They were the fourth pick that year. You fell asleep
late.
super early. So the background
Whatever,
is,
that's not the point.
when Ezekiel Elliott got drafted, of course, our Ohio State Buckeyes, and he got drafted to our Dallas Cowboys, right?
Wow, that was a big emphasis of the word "our."
Yeah, so when he got drafted, I obviously was very excited, and it was around my birthday, so I knew around that time whether the Cowboys went with either Joey Bosa or Ezekiel Elliott, there was a good chance of either one of the two that you had said, what do you want for your birthday? I said, if the Cowboys get one of those players, then I would love a jersey. And sure enough, it happened, and I was ecstatic when they drafted Zeke.
Static is an understatement.
I think everything's an understatement, like me trying to describe my emotions, but yes, safe to say I ordered that jersey immediately before his number was even chosen, but
Woke me up.
woke you up at the late hours of roughly 8:30 p.m.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Anyways, we digress.
Okay. But anyway, that's the main update. We're yeah fam to that, I think, overall for the draft, even though it is going to be virtual. At least it's still going on, and that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see, though, real quick, if there's more or less movement, like trades and stuff that happen.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because it's virtual. I don't know the nature of... My guess would probably be less, because they have enough to worry about with technology that it's going to be tough to coordinate with so many people on their team virtually to be able to make a trade work, whereas opposed to the in-person years where they're all in one quote war room. But
I wonder if they'll get more time. Is that gonna change?
I would
then?
think they'll have some leeway with the time limit for
Right.
technology issues.
So
But
what
then
if something like freezes right when they're trying to
They-
decide a big decision and the
they were-
time goes down?
they were talking about the radio, like one of the front office guys was talking about last week that there was work being done around his house and they cut his internet access,
Oh,
and he's just
jeez.
like dreading if that happened. So
Yeah.
this particular example, the ESPN radio guy said that guy called the city to make sure no work was going to be
Wow.
being done near his house because it's that important. So yeah,
That's
that'd
an
be crazy.
interesting
What if your internet
idea.
cracks out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would hope to have some leeway on that. Anyway,
We'll have to wait and see. That's cool.
let's move on to our COVID-19 at-home quarantine edition that we've been doing, you and I.
Uh-huh.
And last week I kind of started not doing some broad topics, but a little bit more specific in what's been going on. So I got a few more for you to fam or not to, babe, okay?
Okay.
Those, first up is those tag a friend challenges on social media. So the friends, not just people, friends that tag you on their story to get you to do one. So I think I've participated in a push-up one. We've each gotten tagged in their first dance for our wedding. Are you a yeah fam or not of those challenges?
Overall, yeah, fam, it doesn't hurt. Just a way
You're not
to
good
keep
at
us-
doing
I'm not
them,
good
though.
at them. No, I've probably ignored maybe half of the requests
I had
I've
to-
gotten.
I had to show you how to add a song.
I had no
to the one
idea
you got
how
tagged.
to add a song to a picture to respond to the first dance. Yeah, no idea.
This is why I said
Thankfully,
last
have
week
you as a
that
husband.
this is why I said last week she could easily just have a flip phone. She just needs the functions of an actual phone.
I
mostly.
ignored the push-up one because I don't look good doing push-ups, and why do I need to put that out in the world of social media that I've horrible form? No one needs to see that.
I redid mine because I wasn't satisfied with my form, but I can buy that. I think a
Yeah.
lot of people kind of skip that one, but
Yeah.
I think if you find the right one, you can get anyone to do it.
I posted the one of my dog when I got tag a dog. I immediately posted Teddy. That was easy.
That was an easy one.
But I mean, yeah, it's entertainment. We're all looking for fun ways
Yeah.
to entertain ourselves right now. It's a harmless thing. It's just a
I think if you find the right one, you could get pretty much anyone to do it.
Yeah.
If it's the right type.
right.
Like I saw people doing the song challenge one, like 30 days. That seems a little daunting to me.
Oh, the
But
calendar thing.
Yeah, I haven't looked closely enough to a lot of them. I'm not satisfied with any of the ones I've seen so far. So if you're doing that currently, like step your shit up.
But they're very specific, like, themes.
Yeah, I know, but there's just overall not enough hip hop in any one of the people I've seen doing it. So
I think one of the categories was songs about alcohol and drugs. That has to be hip hop. Oh wait, did I
I
just
would
really...
hope. Wow, you sound.
That was
sound like a get
purposely
off-
a dig on him. That was the purpose dig. I don't
Anyway.
actually believe that.
Otherwise, I was gonna have to call you an old head.
I know.
Okay. This is more for you. Are you a yeah fam or not to guys going grizzly over this quarantine? We've seen celebrities, our own friends, everyone's using this opportunity to go grizzly. Like, even Big Bro Vish is usually clean shaven, buttoned up with a bow tie, and he is grizzly and looks good with it, I think. So, how you feeling about grizzly?
Yeah, I'm a ya fam. As long as they're taking care of it, you need to teach everyone your ways with your beard shampoo and your beard oil so that it's nice and soft for the ladies.
Right.
But why not? I mean, we're home, we're relaxing. As long as your, I guess, quote unquote, work's okay with you looking that way on
Yeah.
calls, I see why not. Just, live it up. Live in the laziness.
Yeah, and I think a lot of you, this is giving you an opportunity to actually test out the look when you
Right.
ordinarily never gave it a chance. So
Yeah, weren't patient enough to grow it out before. or
yeah,
something.
so I think
Yeah.
a lot of you, for the most part, I've seen that aren't usually bearded and have been growing it. They look good. Okay,
Run with it.
we did the tag a friend challenge. I got another one for you. This is taking over our family group chat and a few of our friend group chats.
Yeah.
Those pick 3 challenges where they give you like a tile of 9 things and you have to pick only 3 out of that list that you would have for the rest of your life, and the rest disappear. So our family had a long debate over the Little Debbie's one.
It was a very long debate.
And then there was another one like Nickelodeon shows that you would keep forever and the
That was a
rest you
hard
lose.
one.
That was harder for you than it was me, I think.
That was like childhood.
Yeah. But are you a yeah fam or not? Is this like along the same
Yeah.
lines?
Well, this kind of goes along with, we always love to have quote unquote like hypothetical conversations, and
This
I think
is
this is
pre-quarantine.
kind of
We do that a lot with our
pre-quarantine.
friends.
Yeah, pre-quarantine we like to do that. So I feel like this is a fun spin on the hypothetical, like the pick 3 challenge, and it's fun because it's kind of about unimportant things. So it's just a way to have conversation and engage with your family or your friends and be silly. I got totally judged though for my Little Debbie's take, and that I still am holding on to.
I mean, you're
the cupcakes are delicious. I don't care if they're
That's a-
classic or plain.
that's
They're
a white person thing for
delicious.
sure.
Oh, stop.
like the main thing I need to stress more than anything is that your list needs to have an oatmeal cream pie on it. In my
That is
opinion,
true.
if you want to pick from the rest of them for your other 2 slots, fine. But if you don't have oatmeal cream pie, I'm worried that you might not have tried it. And then the other main point, and I know some people will not agree with this, and the people that are with it just know, there's a big majority of people that sleep on Star Crunch, and they shouldn't be.
I've never heard of Star Crunch before that challenge, I'm going to be honest.
Oh, that hurts my heart.
Sorry.
Well, good thing I saw them at the store and brought home a pack,
You
so
did, so we could try them.
we don't need to fret any longer. But especially those Little Debbie's, if you get a chance to take a look at that.
Taste test. A
Yeah.
blind taste test of all the Little Debbie's.
My third pick, besides oatmeal cream pie and Star Crunch, was the zebra cake. Popular amongst my family was not the cosmic brownie, but our family preferred the brownie with the walnuts. Don't know how real those walnuts are, but
No, the cosmic brownies over the walnuts.
no. What were your picks again? You had the Little Debbie's, the cupcake,
the
right?
cupcakes, the oatmeal cream pies,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to picture the chart right now.
Do you have the Swiss cake roll or the zebra cake, maybe?
No, cosmic brownies. What am I saying?
Cosmic brownie,
brownies,
okay.
I don't like the zebra cakes. Everyone was obsessed with those in middle school, or middle
Oh, I
school
love
sold
those.
them at lunch. Ugh, that wasn't about them.
Big zebra cake guy. That
But see,
was a
here-
split amongst our family.
But look at that. We just went off on a random tangent talking about Little Debbie's because of those pick 3 challenge.
Amen.
So I think, I'm a yeah fan for
It's
those.
a yeah
Why
fan.
not?
Less hating this week from us.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we move on, wanted to address. We got a lot of flack for being anti-TikTok last episode. Do you have anything to say? Do you want to address the people, babe?
Here's my thing. I guess in my head, I didn't think we were coming off as
Anti-TikTok.
anti-TikTok. I thought we were saying great for entertainment, but like just know you're not impressing people by posting TikToks. Does
Yeah.
that make, I don't know if maybe
I think we went off. I mean, I re-listened to it. So, my take is like, I think we tried to emphasize that people didn't look cool doing it,
right.
but it kind of went off the rails in pure creme brulee fashion. But, so, here's my take. Maybe I oughta
Ooh, wow, did that word start to come out of your mouth?
You know what?
From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Instead of winding it back, actually, there's nothing more on Brandon Petty than hating on it some more, so fuck TikTok. Let's move on.
Wow, you just went for it.
Let's go. Okay. Last one, yeah, fam or not, quarantine couple edition. We answer for the other person. We'll see if we're right, just like we've been doing. Okay, babe, what has made me the happiest about quarantine this week? I know we've been focusing on negatives, like what we've been missing, but anything that you can think of that's made me happy this week? What do you think, in your opinion?
Made you the happiest. We got to finally have our first fire in our fire pit.
Oh, yeah.
That you built by hand in your own labor.
I mean, you're being very nice. I mean, we have a fire starter log, so...
no, you
but,
built the actual fire pit.
the actual
stone.
fire pit
You
we
laid
did,
the
yes.
stone.
Okay,
You
that's
built
fair.
it.
But
We
yeah, it's not
finally
like
got to have
we're
our first fire.
rubbing together sticks and manufacturing heat here, but
I meant the actual pit.
the actual
itself.
pit. Yes, thank you. That was very awesome. And we have very nice new patio furniture, rocking chairs.
Yeah.
Makes us sound very old, but they're very comfortable and
Very,
deep, and you
right.
picked out good ones for that.
It's a
I
perfect
like that
little
answer.
environment.
For the same question for what has made you happy that I think it was definitely your birthday. I was able to finesse 2 days off in a row from work, which is very rare and might not happen in a long time going forward. But because it was your birthday, we got to spend quality time. It was me, you, and Teddy, our dog, and we got to order takeout, hang out together, basically uninterrupted. So, am I right on that one?
Oh,
that one's an easy, obvious one this week since it was your
100%.
birthday.
Yeah.
So.
We all know that my love language is quality time, so that was made me very, very happy over the 2-day period with just you.
Yep.
Sappy note.
It was good. It was great for me too. All right. On that note, let's move on to You Played Yourself. First up, to keep the theme on addressing people from last episode.
Okay.
So there were people from last week thinking The Office is better than Parks and Recreation. We kind of had that debate. Had pretty good interaction in a Instagram poll and a Twitter poll. People voting and providing their answers. So I just feel like because I have the mic and I can, essentially, I need you guys to know that you played yourselves.
Congratulations.
Realize how quick you guys forget how much The Office fell off in its later seasons. Give me the consistent show with the funnier supporting cast all day. I'd let y'all say your point, but we try to have as few wrong takes on here as possible, so we got to keep you away from that. You played yourself.
Petty alert. Petty alert.
Next up, babe, it's right on brand with this section because with it, I should be thankful. So this You Played Yourself goes to the video apps that we used to have, like virtual happy hours with family and friends. Mm-hmm. So You Played Yourself first goes to Zoom for having a 40-minute limit on video calls. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that?
We were like mid-conversation, and all of a sudden it just stopped. Like, wait, what?
And who thought of that arbitrary number? Like, if Zoom was made for the business world, who has a 40-minute episode? They're just like, haha, fuck you. You got 2/3 of the way through your hour meeting, but here's a cutoff? Yeah, I'm not about that, and You Played Yourself to Zoom. Next up, what's been popular, no limit or anything, is the House Party app.
Oh yeah, it's fun. You get to play games and
You
stuff
get to play
with your
games
friends.
and all that. Yeah, I get that. But House Party puts your business out there for everyone. It lets people know when you got on the app.
That is true.
And if you're just trying to like video chat with specific people can just kind of barge into your group call, which is super awkward because how do you get someone off of there? It'd be like someone just walking into your house uninvited.
Great.
It is kind of exactly like that.
Yeah. What if you're just talking with specifically some... And I know they have settings and shit for that, but... why should you have to do that?
I like turned my notifications off, I thought, but I still get like a beep when it's like so-and-so is in the house. And I'm like, wait, I turned my notifications off. Why am I being told that they're having a conversation? So
House Party's up to no good.
Weird.
That
Zoom got in trouble too, though. Did you see that?
What?
Zoom got, not the company in trouble, but people have been having issues with like not so good people like jumping into your Zoom calls and getting your like typing in random codes to be able to find conversations. Like schools had to stop using Zoom because of like pedophiles like jumping in.
What?
Yeah.
Shit, be careful out there, number one podcast listeners. Yeah. Now that being said, I think we both are thankful for both being able to connect with our loved ones.
Oh, 100%.
But you still played yourselves. I mean, we're still Team Petty, yeah.
Petty alert. Petty alert.
You have one for this week, babe? You played yourself?
I'm gonna, I guess this is the reason I'm here. I'm gonna throw you under the bus.
What?
I'm gonna say that
Excuse me?
Prem played himself this week. This
Okay.
normally so petty, opinionated, fiery personality.
I don't like how this show's being taken from me.
You let go of something you're quite passionate about because, it was in fact my birthday, so good reason. But for those of you that...
I know you're... Okay.
So Prem has this thing. I love going on hikes. I love being outside, and Prem has this rule that he will only go on one hike a year with me. So I have to be really picky and choosy about when I take these events. And usually I have to wait for it to be during a vacation because we do live in Ohio and, that's limited on the hikes that we can take.
Yeah.
But for my birthday, you willingly came with me on a hike with our dog at Blendon Woods Park, and we walked over 2 miles outside through the woods, and on top of it, you said it didn't count for our year hike. So
I don't think we ever said that. I think
yourself.
Wow. I do deserve that, but I don't appreciate it being in the context of your birthday. Obviously, I wasn't going to, but I don't remember ever saying it didn't count, did I?
You did. And I think I recall from earlier in this podcast, you did say that those 2 days were your highlight of the week. So does that mean
I purposely didn't mention the walk.
Hike is the highlight of the week?
I mean, if you're curious, remember this spot in the audio, and you can go back. I never mentioned the walk,
Okay, all right.
That being said, you deserve it. You do deserve it.
Okay, thanks.
So, we did.
Admit it, you won.
Speaking of which, you kind of played yourself because you are the ultimate rule follower, and we legitimately passed very obvious signs saying no pets allowed on the trail, and we took Teddy on said trail, and you encouraged it. You said, well, it's not very busy today, so you played yourself also, babe.
We saw 5 people.
Yeah, we did, but that doesn't change the fact that we also saw a sign and multiple signs saying we shouldn't, so
we would have
it's very unlike you.
If they told us it was a problem.
Yeah, we would have left deep into the trail already and finished our walk.
Wasn't Teddy so happy, though?
He was very happy. He sprinted up a couple hills. He was pooped afterwards. Yeah, that's a good one.
The dog mom and me just wanted him to have fun.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the only reason. Okay. We've been doing this, and I've been lucky enough to have wonderful people, wonderful number one podcast listeners contribute to the number one podcast in your headphones brand. So, this week is no different. I got a little help, a little COVID-19 quarantine check-in about any and everything. And without further ado, here's a few clips from people you and I both love very dearly. Multiple people we both love very dearly. Oh, the other thing you may hear, because we have in our Who You Got What You Feelin', our picks for our top 3 most rewatchable dramas. We are going to go over our picks soon, but in this audio and quarantine check-in, you'll hear some of our loved ones' picks. So, without further ado, here they are, and here we go.
Hey, this is Olivia popping in on the number one podcast in your headphones. Prem reached out and asked me to share something about how the COVID-19 quarantine is going. And my initial thought went straight to our shared office space in the house. So I am a teacher and Craig's an engineer, and we're both working out of the house. Craig works in our tiny little office upstairs and I work in the downstairs, and the way we keep our office spaces could not be more different. So for me, I physically cannot get any work done unless my office space is clean. So before I can do anything, I tidy up, I make my area really neat, and then I can finally start my work. I don't know if it's a procrastination thing or if it's just the only way I can work, but that's just how my brain works. And then there's Craig. His office is in our little, 10 by 10 bedroom upstairs, if that. And it's literally covered in binders and papers. There's an enormous ladder that goes all the way up to the ceiling that is shaped like an A that takes up at least half the room. And it gives me extreme anxiety when I walk up the stairs to go to the bathroom. It drives me absolutely insane. And it doesn't bother him at all. He just sits down and works. He could have a plate, he could have anything, and it doesn't bother him. And I think what bothers me even more than the disaster that is his office is the fact that it doesn't bother him at all. That drives me crazy. So we decided to, use a fake office mate in our house, and we call her Deb, and we kind of just like blame everything on her. And so Craig's taking that a little too far, and now he can just blame everything in his office on this made up person named Deb. So that hasn't actually been very helpful if you consider that in your own working from home situation.
Anytime I try to do something fun,
there are a lot of other working from
exciting,
home things I could probably think about, but that was the initial thing that came to my mind. I guess I'll just end it with go Steelers.
What it do, everyone? Is your boy Rob. My top 3 documentaries during this quarantine are...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Tiger King, once you start watching it, it's just completely a shit show. Number 2 is called McMillions, is about the Ponzi scheme of McDonald's monopoly. And my third is The Jinx. It's kind of a murder mystery. And Prim, just letting you know, I know I haven't been on Prim Brulee. Get your popcorn ready.
Popcorn ready because it's going to be a show today.
What's up, all you Prim Brulee listeners? It's your boy Jeff Robinson, making his second appearance on the Prim Brulee podcast. Wanted to touch on a couple things, but first wanted to start off with my 3 most rewatchable dramas. First one would be Game of Thrones. I'm sure a lot of people would agree. Second, Sons of Anarchy. I know, Prim, you introduced me to this show a couple years ago, and I fell in love instantly. It's not only one of my favorite dramas, it's just one of my favorite shows, period. My third most rewatchable drama, which might be a little controversial to some, is actually True Detective. I know a lot of people like the show. I don't know how many people would deem it rewatchable. But I personally think 1 and 3 are rewatchable, with 2 just being pretty bad, which doesn't make any case for my argument here. But I still think overall it's a great show, great drama, and has some rewatchability, especially season 1. And I'll give you a bonus 3B, Fargo. I know not many people have seen it. It's got Billy Bob Thornton in it. He kind of has a serious role. TV show, not the movie. TV show is pretty good. So those are my 3 most rewatchable dramas, with kind of a bonus answer in there as well. I also wanted to touch on the Christian McCaffrey new contract that came out the other day. As some of your listeners know, I'm a big Panthers fan here. Kind of went on a little bit of a rant in the latest episode. I've had some time to calm down and kind of think about things. And I actually think that this Christian McCaffrey deal, although he is going to be the highest paid running back at $16 million per, I think it's a great deal. He's so versatile, not only between the tackles, but out of the backfield and the slot. He's kind of that dual threat running back, wide receiver. I know a lot of people, the mantra is not to pay big money to your running backs because of durability issues, but I point to the fact that, 1, he's only 23 years old, knock on wood, but he hasn't had much injury troubles the first 3 seasons. And Panthers are going to have a lot of cap space opening up. So although we haven't seen the full details on the contract, I imagine hopefully it's going to be front loaded. It sounded like there's a lot of guarantees, and that's kind of really the number you want to focus on. But overall, he's going to be the star of the team. I think he's still the best running back in the league, and I'm all for that contract.
Hey, number 1 podcast listeners. My name is Warren Seals. I'm a college friend of Primos, going on about 10 years now. That's my RF for life. Love you, bro. Thanks for having me on the pod. Anyways, I'm here to present you all with my top 3 TV dramas of all time. It was tough to narrow it down just because there are many TV shows that have really resonated with me and piqued my interest over the years. So we're going to get straight into it with number 3, Sons of Anarchy. This was actually a show that Primo himself got me into. So the director, the screenwriter, Cut Suiter, did his thing with this show, man. As a viewer, you immediately get invested into all of the characters involved in Sam Crow, the motorcycle club, especially the main character, Jax Teller. And then from there, the way the story unfolds with the underlying themes of brotherhood, love, family, loyalty, betrayal, and then the crime aspect around the show just keep you wanting more. Once you watch one episode, you immediately want to go into the next episode to find out what happens next. And I really love it when a show can captivate you like that. You'll go through every emotion imaginable. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. My number 2, The Wire. The Wire came out during my junior high/high school years, and I personally didn't have access to HBO, but special shout out to my uncle who would get the DVDs as they came out, and I was able to binge watch it anytime I went out of town to stay with them. The Wire gave you that realism of society and politics within an urban city. If you haven't seen it, it was set in Baltimore, Maryland, and it really dove into the influence of drugs within the Black community and the dysfunction within institutions, and that's not just limited to the police department, but institutions whose purpose should be to protect and serve the people. Even though the show only ran for 5 seasons and it had a large cast, it all blended together in a way where you realize how everything is connected. The only thing I can leave you with if you haven't seen it is shit. And if you watch it, you would pick up on everything. But it's such a good show, I highly recommend it. My number 1, Game of Thrones. I mean, nothing more needs to be said, right? We all have watched it, right? Unless you still choose to be one of those people that refuses to do so. Well, congratulations. You played yourself. Anyways, back on topic. I understand the views are still probably mixed about how the last couple of seasons ended. But look, a majority of people picked the show up late in seasons 3 or 4 maybe and binge watched like crazy to catch up because everybody was talking about it. And then once you got into the show, you were obsessed too. We've all been there. We all had our favorites that we really liked. I mean, come on, I even named my dog after one of the characters. Hi, Arya. We also had characters that we absolutely despise. You know them, I know them, and we still talk about them to this day. The obsession was real. We were doing dinner parties with friends, even family on Sundays, and even staying a little late after the show to discuss it a little bit. That show captivated nearly everyone in a way that we may not see for a while. If you still choose to be one of the people that refuses to watch it, we all have one word for you. So that's my top 3. Just to throw them out there, my honorable mentions were Breaking Bad and The Sopranos. I'm sure they'll be covered by someone else on the pod, but there you have it. Warren out.
Thank you, my people, for contributing. Had some new voices on there, some familiar voices. Appreciate you, number 1 podcast listeners, for contributing and supporting and loving us. But as I promised before these audio clips, last week we covered our most rewatchable shows in the comedy category. It was originally brought up by my brother Vish, and we both went over our choices last week. You picked Friends, The Office, and I think Gilmore Girls. Mm-hmm. And I went with Parks and Rec, The Office, and I went with the Surprise and Practical Jokers pick. Mm-hmm. Now, if people are not counting sketch comedy shows like that, or kind of not sitcom-y, I think I went with the Surprise Robin Big pick. We also talked about which amenities we missed the most. You said just browsing HomeGoods and Michaels, and I said a haircut, and that is still very much the truth. The hair just continues to grow.
I think the long hair is looking good on you, though.
You did say that, but the part that it's always bothered me, and you know this, is like over the ears and stuff, when it gets tucked over that, and that's what's really bothering me. And then I don't want to risk like just cutting around there, because then it won't look very even and it'll look forced. So I'm kind of just trying to keep it tucked behind the ear so it doesn't look messy. But
let me know when you want to give me the razor or the buzzer or whatever you.
I do trust you. You used to give me haircuts when I was a buzz, but I don't.
Clippers. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
It was coming to me.
So this week, we already covered comedies. I wanted to go over dramas. What are your top 3 most rewatchable? It's rewatchable, not your top 3 dramas, because we all have our list for that. But which are the ones, and this one's a little tougher, obviously, because it's harder to say, oh, I've watched this series, I want to rewatch it. So what are your choices, babe?
Yeah, I think rewatchable is definitely the catchy word here, because there's so many good drama TV shows, but when I think about it, I'm like, I haven't gone back to rewatch very many dramas, but I have my go-to comfort TV shows, and I know you're already rolling your eyes and sighing at me, but I'm currently rewatching it right now because of all of the conversations on the podcast. So, number 1, Grey's Anatomy, rewatchable. I've rewatched Grey's Anatomy. This is probably my 4th time rewatching it from start to end, I think. And I think it has a special place in my heart because I watched Grey's Anatomy from beginning to end for the first time when I was recovering from my jaw surgery. So you can't argue with that one there. So number 1, Grey's Anatomy.
Trash.
Rewatchable drama. Then
it's rewatchable, and I stole this from my boy Billy Will Muckian who does a great podcast. He said the following: Grey's Anatomy is rewatchable because you could rewatch it twice, and by the time you were done, you'd be eligible for Medicare. By the time you're done, you don't even remember watching the pilot, and that is the best way I could have put it. Thank you, Billy Will Muckian, just for that quote. That is amazing. So anyway, you continue with your...
I'll just ignore that comment because I know I've got lots of people on my team. Anyways, so that was number 1. Number 2, I'll give you credit for Game of Thrones. I was anti-Game of Thrones for the longest time, said I wasn't going to get into it, too many characters, I can't do it. And then finally, it was kind of a social thing. You were going over to a friend's house to watch the episodes, and I was like, oh, well, I don't like missing out. So I jumped in and was hooked.
Yeah.
And I've rewatched it already.
Yep.
And that's very recent.
Yeah, your first watch of it was recent, and then you rewatched it not too long after that. Yeah.
Because I felt like I missed things, so I wanted to go back and catch more. I would still rewatch it again. I'm almost envious of people that have not seen Game of Thrones because they get to experience the first watch feel of that show.
At this point, though, if you've refused to watch it, and we have some loved ones, we just heard one of our good friends, Liv, she's refused to watch Game of Thrones. And then another one, he's been featured before, my cousin Rose, she's way late, and he watches a bunch of TV, seen every top show, and he's acknowledged that it's kind of because of the hype.
It's on the list, though, of top shows now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's no way it's not. It's movie quality.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your third one?
So, this is where it gets a little tricky. I could go a route where you'll be really proud of me, or I could go a route where you will judge me again.
Okay.
If I were to make you proud, I would say Sons of Anarchy. That was our show when we first moved in together. We got really into it. We watched it together. We still watch reruns together. We had our table at our wedding, our head table at our wedding, named after the show.
Yeah, so our wedding, instead of table numbers, we did our favorite TV shows, ones we've watched together, and then we each picked a few of them, but we both love Sons of Anarchy, so our head table with our bridal party was Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the pick that would make you proud of me.
Yeah, okay.
Are you ready for this one?
Uh-oh.
The pick that you might judge me for, but I've definitely rewatched it multiple times, and I know I have friends with the DVDs that we could rewatch, The OC.
God damn, babe. She did not tell me that one, and that is not one I was thinking of.
That's not what you were thinking of?
I don't know what I was thinking, but it definitely wasn't The OC.
Oh,
wow.
The OC. Yes.
Yikers.
That was middle school, and then I think we rewatched it in high school, and then I had some girlfriends in college I rewatched it with.
Yuck.
So I definitely have rewatched The OC many of times.
Yuck. Okay.
You're not even going to acknowledge it. I love it.
No, trash. Okay, this is my list. The first one is one you just mentioned that would have made me proud before you scratched it off and put The OC instead. Sons of Anarchy is definitely, for rewatchable, it is the one I've probably watched the most, and that's kind of a result of getting loved ones into the show. I had it passed down to me from a couple friends. Shout out Nick and Rob. And then I returned the favor by kind of spreading the wealth to a whole lot of people. Family, friends, you. So Sons of Anarchy I've already seen multiple times, and I just love the whole plot of it and the characters you get invested in. The next one is Breaking Bad, and it's also kind of this one's very result driven. I have rewatched Breaking Bad, and I found myself rewatching it with you. You just recently finished it, so I do very much think that this belongs on a lot of people's lists, and I think most people that have seen Breaking Bad, I feel like eventually do rewatch it, and a lot of people did do that if they hadn't before, right before El Camino came out, the Breaking Bad movie that recently came out.
Would you start with season 1 though, or would you start with season 2 if you were rewatching?
Oh, I would start from the beginning.
You would.
You know me, I don't mind slow moving shows.
That's
like
true,
I recognize people that don't enjoy that or can't get hooked. If they can't get hooked right away, they won't. And that's why Sons of Anarchy, I think, appeals to every type of person. But Breaking Bad, I was invested from the beginning. I obviously know that it didn't have the same draw as other shows, but the third pick was kind of tough because I have a lot of like top shows, and I ultimately went with I guess I'll say the ones I was considering. I was considering Game of Thrones, obviously, because I have rewatched it, and it really is like you're watching a long-ass movie. The Sopranos, I am new to The Sopranos, and I already want to rewatch to pick up things I didn't before, and things that I've read about regarding the show. And then another top show of mine is The Wire, and I have rewatched it. So ultimately, to kind of stick with the theme, I narrowed it more down to The Wire and Game of Thrones, and I think I'm going with The Wire. I have The Wire as one of my higher ranked shows of all time, that and Breaking Bad. So, and I have rewatched it, that being The Wire, so, and I think it's important for everyone to watch. It's a fantastic piece of TV history. So, my final list I'll go with is Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, and The Wire. All right. I wanted to focus again on something positive, something quarantine related. I know we went over the amenities we miss, but what is one thing you realized that through this quarantine that you took for granted?
Okay, I'll throw myself under the bus here since I ripped you earlier. Pre-quarantine, Stephanie was the queen of, oh yeah, I'll be there, I'm getting ready to leave, but like I'm still laying on the couch. Or, oh, you know, I can't tonight, I've got this obligation.
Okay.
Very, you know, open-ended, not specific, so they can't actually come back at me with any reason why not to be there.
Yeah.
So I definitely took our social life for granted pre-quarantine. I think I focused too much on the not enough downtime, and I didn't focus on the positive of that we just have so many good, amazing friends that are wanting to be a part of our lives. So I am going to try post-quarantine
remember that.
to be better about not making excuses and to enjoy the people in our lives.
I think mine is about quality time. I think I have realized that I feel like the 2 days for your birthday were genuine quality time, and I don't know that I was giving that level of quality time. I think it's ultimately my lesson that I've realized is to be present in the moment and not worry about what else is going on. I think it was something I realized before, but quarantine's put it in perspective. It's not so much about documenting the moment, but just kind of being in it, because I think you and I have both talked about like what we wouldn't give to be able to hang out with people or go out to dinner with our friends and things like that. And I think I was constantly worrying about what was next, either socially or in our own lives. And I think this kind of makes you stop and think for a second. So I am very aware of that going forward, and I hope that I remember that once it's done and not get spoiled by the influx of things to be able to do.
Isn't it kind of funny that, in a way, ours are opposites?
Yeah. Because you and I are very much
naturally
the opposite.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Okay. On that note, what are you feeling this week, babe?
So, I feel bad bringing it up for a third time, but I, oddly enough, really enjoyed my quarantine birthday. I was at first feeling a little down about it and a little bummed. I think we were hopeful that this would all be clearing up around my birthday, and we're still in the thick of it. So I started, getting close to my birthday feeling sad, but actually it ended up being a really awesome birthday. And I think it's because, like you're saying, everyone is feeling super connected right now, and there's not a lot of distraction. So I got so many nice messages, phone calls, cards, videos, like things that just you wouldn't have gotten on a regular old birthday from year to year.
Because everybody's just doing their own thing, Yeah,
so it was oddly a more special birthday, it felt like, even though it was just my 29th. Being in quarantine.
It's always a special birthday. I'm a big birthday guy.
He is a big birthday guy. But I mean, so many nice things. Shout out to your cousins, Nick and Natasha. They handmade a card for me and then sent me a picture of it because they didn't, And then my room parent for my school organized all my students making cards or making videos for me and sent that over. And I just think that all of those little things were so special to me, and it just felt great that in a crazy time like right now, people were pausing and recognizing my day. So I'm actually feeling the quarantine birthday. I think it's a special thing, actually.
You deserve it, babe. That was what I was feeling too. I was feeling getting some quality time off with you for your birthday this past week. It was a much needed couple of days, and it was nice to have something to celebrate and get quality time with. I like to, if I'm picking something deep, still give a recommendation to you guys. So something smaller, because I'm mostly thankful for that time off. But I do have a TV show recommendation that I've since caught up on. It's a quick watch since it's only been 2 seasons so far. Is HBO show Succession. I know a lot of close people around me have watched it, so big fan of it to check out. But ultimately, and most of all, getting that quality time with you, babe, for your birthday. I'm very glad that I took those days, consecutive days off, because there's nothing quite like getting like 2 full-on days, just us.
Yeah.
And it feels like when I get a random day off here and there, it doesn't really feel as much like a day off because it's
chores
right
or
back to it. Yeah. But anyway, to wrap up the episode, my too much sense for the week, my advice that's more than 2 cents worth, kind of goes along with the theme that we've had today. And this week, it's that it's okay to not like what's going on right now. Like, you may be over it. I think we've talked about it before. But I do challenge you number one podcast listeners, to find something to be thankful for. Whether it is getting better at communicating like you and I talked about, realizing the people who matter because you miss them that much, realizing time spent with family, maybe either you're realizing that you didn't do enough of it, or how thankful you are that you get to virtually. Today we got to see Dad and Stepmom, and they, even if it was just 6 feet apart, they dropped off a nice Easter basket for us, so shout out to them. Yeah. But those little things just like I think it hits home. So find, those are the little things that we kind of take for granted sometimes, but that go a long way. Maybe it's that the importance of being on time and appreciating time with people. Like a lot of you brought up that example, like, yeah, I'm on my way. And I think a lot of people have used that kind of as a joke, but like, I think a lot of people have posted, I miss telling my friends that I'm on my way while I'm still on the couch.
Yep.
But we are all getting a free lesson right now in what to be thankful for.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that's not a bad way to look at this. And still, if those examples, none of them work for you, if none of that works, our Earth is very thankful for this time. Yeah. The environment is glad that we're all staying at home. So at least everyone should agree that we all have that. I mean, there's plenty of pictures of wildlife, air quality, the whole nine, that's been improving vastly from these stay-at-home orders across the world, especially across our country in the United States. So if if you can't find anything to be thankful for, at least be thankful for that you'll have an Earth to get back to that's in better quality than it would have been. But I do challenge you to find something that you can be thankful for right now and something that you'll apply going forward. But that's my too much sense. What do you think?
I like that one. That's awesome.
All right.
Yeah. It's a happy note to leave on.
All right. Well, that wraps up another couples edition, the number one podcast in your headphones, Prem Brulee. I've been your host, Premel Bot, soon to be replaced by the real host, Stephanie Bot.
No, I just follow your prompts. I don't know what I'm doing.
Shining star on this podcast.
So I get a gold sticker?
Yeah. Your reviews are off the charts. We are hearing rave reviews for your contribution. So, anyway, we will talk to you next time. Stay healthy, you number one podcast listeners.